When you think of the legendary manga creators, Akira Toriyama is in a league of his own. He's the man behind Dragon Ball, one of the most iconic and influential anime series of all time. But beyond Goku's Super Saiyans and world-shattering battles, there's a side of Toriyama that's really not talked about. What if I told you he got into manga to avoid a normal job? Or some of Dragon Ball's biggest ideas come from laziness? This guy is a mix of genius, chill vibes, and total chaos. And today we're digging deep. So grab a sensu bean, hit that like button, and let's jump right into it. Things off with something that honestly kind of relatable. Akira Toriyama never in fact dreamed of becoming a legendary manga artist. In fact, he kind of stumbled into it by accident. Back in the day, Toriyama worked at an ad agency as a graphic designer. You think it'd be perfect job for someone creative, right? But he hated it. Like truly hated the structure, the deadlines, the suit, and the ties life. So after less than a year, he just quit. No backup plan, no big goals, just vibes. And here's where it gets wild. In 1977, with no job and bills to pay, Toriyama entered a manga contest held by Shonen Jump. He didn't win. In fact, his first submission kind of bombed. But his art style caught the attention of an editor named Kakuzu Torishima, a guy who would become massively important in shaping Toriyama's career. Before Goku flew around the world on his flying Nimbus, Toriyama was already a star thanks to a little chaotic masterpiece called Dr. Slump. If you haven't heard of it, you're missing it out. It's a comedy manga about a little weird robot girl named Ariel who has a superhuman strength, no filter, and a knack for causing total mayhem. Here's the kicker. Toriyama enjoyed working on Dr. Slump more than Dragon Ball. He said in interviews that it was more fun, more relaxed, and less pressure from fans and editors. With Dr. Slump, he was just doing what made him laugh. With Dragon Ball, especially later on, the pressure to go bigger and stronger, every arc got exhausting. So yeah, while the world sees Dragon Ball as his magnum opus, Toriyama himself looked back on Dr. Slump with more fondness. It's the series where he got to be weird, silly, and totally himself. The carefree creativity, you could still feel it in early Dragon Ball before things got all super serious and power scaled. We all know Goku has big Monkey King energy, but the original Dragon Ball wasn't just inspired by Journey to the West. It practically was a retelling at first. In 1984, after the success of Dr. Slump, Toriyama wanted to try something different. He loved kung fu movies, especially Jackie Chan films, and he was fascinated by Chinese mythology. So he moshed them together and came up with this wild martial arts fantasy loosely based on Journey to the West. Goku was Sun Wukong, the mischievous monkey god. He had a power pole, a tail, and flew around on a cloud. Bulma was inspired by Triptychia and the early chapters. They were more about adventures, goofy humor, and small-scale fighting. It wasn't even about world-ending threats. But then something happened. Readers loved the fighting, so the editor pushed for more action, more tournaments, more stakes. Toriyama adapted quickly, and the series evolved into this high-octane battle manga we know today. By the time we hit the Saiyan saga, most of the Journey to the West DNA was long gone. But those early chapters, there were unique blends of ancient mythology, slapstick humor, and pure Toriyama charm. It's like Dragon Ball started off as a Saturday morning cartoon and turned into intergalactic war. You know the iconic golden Super Saiyan hair, the transformation that changed anime forever. Yeah, it happened because Toriyama didn't want to waste any time. Let's rewind back to the early 90s, y'all. Toriyama was drawing Dragon Ball Z every week by hand, with a team of assistants filling in Goku's spiky black hair with ink in every panel. It took forever, so one day Toriyama thought, what if Goku's hair turned white or blonde during a power-up? That way his assistants wouldn't have to fill it in anymore. Problem solved. So when Goku first went Super Saiyan on Namek, it changed wasn't just a visual metaphor for power, it was just a saving technique. No joke. In black and white manga, the hair was just left unfilled, and in the anime, boom, Blonde hair, teal eyes, golden aura. It looked cool as hell and fans lost their mind. Toriyama's laziness accidentally created one of the most iconic visual trademarks in anime. It just proves that sometimes cutting corners sparks brilliance. Imagine creating a character, giving them power, writing them into your story, and then just forgetting they existed. That is exactly what happened with Launch. Launch was introduced in early Dragon Ball as a blue-haired woman with a unique gimmick. Whenever she sneezes, she turned into a completely different personality, a blonde gun-wielding maniac. She was funny, unique, and had a decent screen time in the original series. But once Saiyan Saga began, she vanished. Never mentioned again, never shown, just poof, yada, gone. Years later, fans asked Toriyama what happened to her, and he casually admitted, "Oh, I forgot about her. That's it. No dramatic reason, no editorial interference. He just forgot she existed." This wasn't a one-time thing. He forgot other characters too, like Android 17, until Super needed him again. It was a part of the charm. Toriyama treats his stories more like living sketches than strict narratives. He creates what he finds fun in the moment and sometimes forgets what he drew last year. Imagine being a world-renowned manga artist and getting a chance to meet your personal hero. That's exactly what happened to Akira Toriyama in 1990. When he met Brazilian Formula 1 legend Ayrton Senna during a German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. Toriyama, a devoted fan of Senna, was invited to an event through a collaboration between Shonen Jump and the magazine that published Dragon Ball. The McLaren Formula 1 team, which Senna drove for at the time. This partnership led to some unique crossovers between the world of manga and motorsport. As a part of the collaboration, Toriyama created special illustrations featuring Dragon Ball characters alongside McLaren F1 cars. In these artwork, Goku was depicted as Ayrton Senna, with other characters like Bulma and Gohan cheering him on, all adorned in McLaren merchandise. These illustrations were published in Weekly Shonen Jump and aimed to promote Formula 1 among Japanese audiences. The meeting was a significant moment for Toriyama, who was known to be quite reserved despite his nervousness. The encounter went well and left a lasting impression on him. Inspired by the experience, Toriyama went on to create two original manga, GP Boy and Flash of F1. Ayrton Senna's challenges, the latter being a biographical piece about Senna's career. These works further showcase Toriyama's admiration for Senna and his passion for motorsport. This unique intersection of manga and Formula 1 not only highlighted Toriyama's versatility as an artist, but also contributed to promoting the racing world within Japan, leveraging the immense popularity of Dragon Ball to introduce fans to Formula 1. Akira Toriyama's affection for Piccolo runs deep, viewing him not just as a character, but as a reflection of his own creative journey. In 1995 interview, Toriyama expressed, "I guess I like Piccolo the most after all. Out of all the enemies, Demon King Piccolo is like the one I like the most. And even after that, I like Piccolo the most. I like Piccolo about the same as I like Goku." He further elaborated on Piccolo's appeal, stating he was the first character in my manga where I was like, he's a scary face, but he's so cool. It really is cliche when the bad guys turn into good guys, but it just feels great drawing it. Toriyama's connection to Piccolo is evident in their shared characteristics. Both are reserved and introspective, finding contentment in solitude. This parallel adds authenticity to Piccolo's evolution from a solitary figure to a cherished member of the Dragon Ball family. In the 2022 film Dragon Ball Super Superhero, Piccolo's prominence underscores Toriyama's lasting affection for the character, highlighting his enduring importance in the series. And there you have it, folks. 10 intriguing facts about Akira Toriyama that shed light on the man behind the legendary Dragon Ball series. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Have your favorite Toriyama fact or topic you'd like us to cover. Drop in the comments down below. We'd love to hear more from y'all. Thanks for watching the video. Join our Discord in the link below. Subscribe to our Instagram. Follow our TikTok. We're trying to go worldwide, y'all. And until next time, everyone, stay powerful.